Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to another beer review. Tonight I have quite an interesting beer in my hands, I should say. This is Tull's Black Malt and Body Salt. The artwork on it's wonderful. I love it. It kind of reminds me of some of the old Apollo stuff, actually. And I like the little neck label too. Anyway, this is a black coffee double IPA, or Imperial IPA. So this is a black IPA made with French press coffee. It's pretty interesting, to be honest. It's 9.9%, so it's damn strong as well, which is not a bad thing. So yeah, let's get it open and give it a try. Whoops. As soon as I have an IPA, I'm going to abuse using my awesome IPA glass, because it cost me enough, so I might as well. Ooh, lots of head again. I think this glass is designed to give you a ridiculous amount of head, because it just always seems to fill up fine for the little bit on the bottom, and then the rest of it's always just head. Whatever, I'm a terrible pourer of drinks anyway. So, let's get a look at it. Pitch black, a tiny bit of light coming through it, but not much. Fantastic tan coloured head, tons of it. I mean, that's the entire glass pretty much, because I'm a Burke and didn't pour it right. So, while it's there, let's give it a nose and get a smell on it. Oh yeah. Do you know what, it's quite an unusual aroma actually, because it really does smell of coffee. I mean, it literally smells like I've just got a bag of ground coffee for your cafetiere and pop that under the nose. But then, at the same time, it's super hoppy. So it really smells like an IPA. Like I always like about the black IPAs is that the smell is so evocative of an IPA, of a standard IPA, that you get super hoppy notes, but you're holding a dark beer in your hand. This has the same sort of appeal as that. In this case, I'm getting like a really sweet, a super sweet, kind of tangerine and satsuma note, and it's hit me in like a really unusual place because I'm getting the coffee. It kind of dominates the aroma a bit, and then you get the sweetness at the end of it. So it's quite an interesting aroma actually. Definitely smells like a black IPA, but then like French press coffee as well. Yeah, it smells pretty darn good, to be honest. Right, time to get the nose mucky. I'm going to get covered in foam everywhere, I'm sure. Cheers everybody. Oh wow. Wow, it's a really complex flavour. It's like waves and waves of different flavours coming through. The first burst is like an initial kind of it's like roast malt, but also kind of black malt. A sort of smoky. Yeah, I guess it's the best way to describe it as smoky malt flavours. Wow, it's so difficult to describe. So you get this roast and sort of smoky flavours, and then it goes into sweetness, and then you get bitterness, and then you get coffee, and then at the end you get like the bloom of kind of citrus and floral hops and pine. Actually, you get quite a lot of pine right at the back end of it. So follow me again. You get malt, then you get the sweetness from the malt, then you get bitterness, then you get some coffee, and then you get hops, and then you get like a wonderful residual coffee and hop bitterness. And when I say coffee bitterness, I mean like if you get just a teaspoon of coffee, pop it on your tongue. I use that analogy quite a lot, but I think it's unique when you get these when you get like some certain stouts, especially the coffee ones, you get like a very distinct style of bittering in them. Just like say if you get a Magnum hop bittered beer, it has a very distinct style of smooth bitterness to it. Coffee bitterness is quite astringent and harsh, but I find that works in a good way. So this is a super complex beer, and there was absolutely no hint at all of it being 9.9%. It's stupendously easily drinkable. It has a nice chunky body, having said that, and a good level of carbonation as well. You know, just boosts the flavours and makes them stick around in the mouth for a little bit longer. But it's so super smooth. I'm just about now actually getting a little bit of warmth just deep down in the depths of the belly. But this is this is a stonking, cracking little beer. Cracking little beer. I mean, it wasn't going to be long. I want to say it wasn't going to be long until someone does an Imperial Black IPA. I'm sure there are plenty out there, but this is my first Imperial Black IPA. Just so happens it's one with coffee as well. But I like it. It seems to have like a catch-all of flavours from every single little style. It just grabs some. So you've got your dark malts in there, you've got an extra, so you've got this coffee flavour, you've got hops, and you've got a great bitterness and some sweetness as well. Yeah, it's a really, really interesting corking beer. Rating wise, I think this is going to be a good solid 9 out of 10. It's definitely good. It's not pushing the boundaries too much and making me go, wow, this is absolutely amazing, but it's an interesting concept. I like the coffee in it, and it doesn't dominate, so they managed to get a really good balanced beer. It's a black IPA, so it has the hop flavours and also has the roasty and darker malt flavours, and also has coffee in it, and it all works. So really well done to all. If I can get my hands on this again, I definitely would. So, like, favorite, comment, subscribe, tell me what you think if you've ever tried the beer before, and until the next beer reviews, cheers.